In the world of the masculine and feminine and dating, we want the man to be the pursuer and the planner. So we wait. As an independent, highly driven woman, I'm used to getting things done quickly and efficiently. I've met someone and it's difficult to wait. How long do I wait for him to step up? What should I do? Continue to wait or break down and reach out to them? I've done all the hunt, all the I've done all the hunting I can do by giving. Oh, I've done all I can do by giving him yes signals. I think there was a little typo there. I've done all that I can do by giving him yes signals. First of all, I want to say we have to get over some of these ideas about men and women. Now, you mentioned masculine and feminine, and I love that because it is about the masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. We get really caught up on penis and vagina and like which side of the road you're on. And I think that there's so many energies right now coming in that are telling us like we need to get rid of this. And I also find it ironic, and again, this is not for you, I think it's more the collective. I find it ironic that we have such a feminist movement and yet we still want a man to hold the door for us. It's like which way are we going to go on this? And so I think we need to honor each individual person as a masculine and feminine being. And so I think there's probably some social societal beliefs constructs that are in this situation for you that you want to blow up. Because if you're thinking that he has to do something, whatever that something is, then you're just not in the essence of exploration with someone else. And I guess I'll say that when you're talking about being this strong woman, there is nothing wrong with that. We love strong women. However, as a strong woman, are you in your feminine energy, or are you in your masculine as a strong woman? Because honestly, I have to say, I'm not a man, obviously. But if I were a man, like I would be so flippin' confused these days on like what to do, what not to do. And so you got to be in your feminine. You got to be ready to be that juiciness that you are as a woman and allow the man to be the man. And if he's not reaching out, that may be why. And if that doesn't resonate, it may be that you have this expectation. Because I'm feeling like this I don't want to say force, but I'm feeling this tenacity, this energy behind the question. And that's where I'm going to say, maybe that's what's actually stopping him from stepping up. Because most men don't want to have to rival their woman for the floor. And so if you're not truly in your feminine, then you're maybe not ready to do the dance with someone who's truly in their masculine. And of course, we want the man to also be in that feminine masculine energy as well. But I know women, oftentimes in this spiritual community, not always, are leading the way with some of this integration. And so we have to guide the men, we have to guide the masculine, and we have to ebb and flow and really help in relationship to have that connection and that communion. And so I would kind of lay off with these stories about like what a man should do and what you want a man to do or not do, and just speak your truth. And if your truth is that you want to hang out with this person, then write him and say, hey, like I'm really interested in exploring this relationship. And when I hear, again, this might not be for you, it might be the collective, but when I hear you say, I'm doing everything I can to give him yes signals, it's like, no, just say what it is. Like, forget about the signals. Like, just be really clear. I would like this. And then if he's not acting, every man knows how to get a woman. It's innately within him. So if he is not pursuing you, there is something that's not right for you or him. And I would just allow that to be and let it go and move on to someone else who is ready to jump in. But you also have to be ready to jump in. You have to say, I want this with you. I'm interested in this with you. And then also I would just say in general, one of the ways that we can really help men is making eye contact, just really looking at them, really seeing them, really acknowledging that they're sitting there in front of us and giving them our presence. And that means getting out of that mind narrative and getting out of thinking about all the things that we wish they were doing or not doing, or the judgments that we make about other people in general. So, and that goes for the men as well. Like, you have to show up and really do the eye gazing and be ready to share your soul and be ready to speak the truth. And, sometimes the truth feels ugly, but it doesn't have to. And that's where, when we really get into loving ourselves for all of our beautiful flaws and strengths, then we can have these really vulnerable and deeper connections with other humans on planet Earth. All right, hopefully that's helpful. If not, and you want to go deeper, you can always schedule a one-on-one session with me. You can check it out on bethbell.me. Right. Each week, I am so happy to have you here. I love it when you tune in. I love it when you ask questions. I want to know, what is your state of the heart? I want to hear all of your heartbreak, your heartache, and anything that's weighing heavy on you that we can help transform, because we're here for bliss, not for suffering. And so each week at 11:11 Pacific time, please submit your questions, show up live. And if you want more resources, you can always schedule a one-on-one session with me. I also do executive spiritual advising, and there's lots of resources on bethbell.me. The Awakening and Healing Handbook, lots of tips, tools, techniques that will help you. And there's also the Herpes Handbook. So whether you have herpes or not, there's juicy nuggets in there about viruses of the mind, and also how to overcome shame, guilt, and heartache and heartbreak that the herpes virus can bring to lots of families and loved ones. All right, with that said, I can't wait to see you next week, 11:11 Pacific time. And until then, wishing you much bliss and joy on the journey. Namaste.